Hey everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is the Jordan Report, and I am your host, Robert Jordan. Everyone, please remember to like, subscribe, and share. Okay, guys, Black America's Finest is back in the news again. Maxine Waters, running her mouth again. We love to hear Maxine talk, though. We have to hear her talk. Maxine, she actually tells us something that's interesting from now and then. But she's telling us something now that we all should know. Because a lot of black people have been conned into believing that the Democrats are somehow the party of the minority and the poor and all the rest of that stuff. It's all BS. The Democrats are richer than the Republicans. They got more billionaires and millionaires than the Republicans by far. And here's Maxine telling us this. This was reported yesterday in the Gateway Pundit. I got a video coming of her saying this. You're going to wait around and see this. It's going to be a really fast video. It's not going to take long. This is February the 14th. Maxine Waters, California should have more say in primary because of big money raised at Beverly Hills parties. She's telling us they got all the money out there. You can't tell by all the homelessness on the street, but California's got all the money. For years now, Democrats have been claiming that they want big money out of politics. Yet Maxine Waters just claimed on national television that California should have more say in Democratic primary process because of all the big cash generated from Democrats at fancy parties in Beverly Hills. She's right. What these people want to do is buy their way into power, and they got enough money to do it. Maxine Waters said that California should have more influence over the democratic process because the state has so many wealthy donors. We have candidates who fly out to Los Angeles from everywhere to raise money, Waters said on this CNBC. You have 2, 3, 4 at a time in Beverly Hills having dinners, and some of our contributors, who are very rich, were holding fancy parties trying to accommodate the requests for donations and contributions. The thinking is that if we are supplying tremendous dollars to candidates, we ought to have more say, she added. She says she thinks California should have more say in Democratic primary because of all the money the rich people in Beverly Hills give Dems during fancy parties and big money fundraisers. Somebody tweeted that. I mean, it's so obvious who the Democrats are. I don't know how black people fall for this stuff, but I'm going to show you the clip of this crazy woman saying this.
Casting any aspersions on how he's going about this. And then one final thing, and it's just about the fiasco that Iowa has been the last couple of weeks and the primary process from here on out. California has moved up its primary. It's going to assert more weight going forward. Iowa obviously will assert less. So how do you think that's going to affect who becomes the nominee in your party this time around and in the future?
Well, I think my state is extremely important, and that is why we moved up our primary. As you know, we have candidates who fly out to Los Angeles from everywhere to raise money. As a matter of fact, it had gotten so that you would have 2, 3, 4 at a time in Beverly Hills having dinners, and some of our contributors who are very rich were holding, fancy parties, trying to accommodate the requests for donations and contributions. And so, the conclusion, the thinking is that if we are supplying tremendous dollars to candidates, we ought to have more say. And of course, beyond that, a lot of people have come to the conclusion that it should not simply be Iowa and New Hampshire, that certainly they are not reflective of the makeup of this country. And so California has a role to play.
You see what she said? She said, since we got all this money and we're this diverse state out here, we should have more say in the primary. And she puts down Iowa and New Hampshire. I mean, these people are something else. This is a representative of the rich people. She's the intermediary between the rich and the black people on the street. Black people keep falling for this. Maxine Waters has been in office almost 30 years. And they've been falling for this con for 30 years. She has a $4.5 million home. This is her pay. This is how they pay her. We got to be better than this, people. We got to be smarter than this. Come on.